We're live.
We're live. Ha 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 ha.
1, 2, 3. Listen.
Hi. Today, Nina and I are planning on doing an in discussion so we can talk about some of the different strategies that we both have in order to manage our nerves.
1, 2, 3. Listen.
Hello, darling Vanessa.
Hello, Nina. Hello to our
Oh,
audience out there.
just
I
thought-
talked about nerves. So I
Yeah.
was talking about activating your body, because when you're nervous, the body wants to like contain all of the nerves when in fact, and when it can't. So you need to put it to use to do something else. Hence the wall squat and the
Yes.
and the
And the
arm.
push-ups and
Yeah,
the
you can't find somewhere to do downward dog.
No, that's right, exactly. Using breath to really calm that nervous system. So even for singers, because they're mouth breathing pretty much the whole time, that can exacerbate the nervous energy in their body. It doesn't feel natural to breathe through your nose when you're singing. So I get my students to think about breathing through their nose to get their parasympathetic nervous system more under control prior to getting onto the stage.
And
Because
that's true.
once they're
Because
there,
even when I feel like I'm panicking or can't get enough breath, the first thing I do is want to breathe through my mouth.
exactly. And it takes practice, like everything else, to bring on that, oh, okay, I'm mouth breathing, I'm feeling a little bit, what do I know how to do to help myself in that moment? So for example, last night I had a massive show at the Hamer Hall at the Art Centre here in Melbourne with the Australian Pops Orchestra, James Morrison, Chris Sebastian, who won The Voice last year, Sylvie Palladino. I was nervous. It was incredible.
Dude, I'd be nervous just hanging out backstage with you.
Yeah, I mean, it was excited nervous, but the one thing I knew to do was just breathe through my nose, for those few minutes before I walked out onto that stage. And it does mean that you glide onto the stage rather than, walking on there like you're about to go to war. So just doing that, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose as well, not out through the mouth. I think you can feel the experience more acutely and in a way that feels more authentic and rather than this thing that's happening around you or to you and you're not a part of it anymore. It's very grounding.
Talking a little bit more about that as well, the other thing I mentioned was trying to redirect nervous energy into excited energy. Now, that sounds simple. Part of that, there's a couple of things that you just touched on then. Part of it is nervous energy, I think, wants to isolate us. And so by actually talking to the people that you're performing with or who are involved in whatever it is that you're going to be doing and acknowledging, not by saying, oh my God, I'm so nervous, just acknowledging that that there's this, bubbling energy there.
That you're happy to be there.
Yeah, because I bet all of the people you were working with last night were nervous too.
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing this. What do they say? The day you stop being nervous is the day you need to stop.
Yeah. I think also by having that opportunity to connect with the other performers before the show and have a chat, it makes it a collective energy rather than an individual isolated energy.
Yeah, you're not alone in your feelings. Most people are feeling exactly the same way, but you're absolutely right in that you're saying that it can feel isolating to be nervous, and it feels like you're the only person going through this in that particular moment. So yeah, remembering that you're not and expressing it in a way that lands well with other people rather than, like you say, going out there and going, oh my God, I'm so nervous, I don't think I can do this.
Yeah.
There's a big difference, and experience counts for a lot. That's why I constantly say to my singing students and anyone who'll listen that it really behooves people to take the stairs and not the elevator. All those little things you learn along the way. Take the scenic route. It's more fun. You'll have a better photo album. Do you know what I mean? There'll be way better photos in your photo
album. The more
album.
often you do it, the more it sits in your muscle memory and your awareness that you're able to do it.
Exactly.
And what I didn't touch on in the last video was something I was going to talk to you about as well, because you're so experienced and such a seasoned pro at this. But even for the speakers out there or founders out there who are needing to pitch, or even just going for a job interview. So I went for a job interview a couple of weeks ago, and
so did I actually.
and even that, I was nervous. I was more
Me
nervous
too.
than I was for doing a presentation or doing our videos even.
Yeah, absolutely. Or even
And
just getting up on that stage last night.
Exactly. And yes, we even get nervous doing the videos that we do. So
we do. Trust us, we really do.
because this is new for us.
Yeah.
Preparation.
Oh my God. Yes.
Calming the nerves, knowing that you're going to be nervous, and doing all the work you need to do beforehand.
Yep.
So for someone presenting, it's understanding your audience, really understanding your content, rehearsing your content. And in fact, that's the same for a singer as well, and a performer.
Yep, totally.
You know the company that you're going to be talking to and what they're looking for and what they expect from you. And so talk more about the preparation that you did, and specifically for the gig last night, since it's so fresh.
Yes, absolutely. Well, for last night specifically, my prep, there's some things that I do all the time to prepare for a show, and then depending on the show, there might be some extra little bits and pieces that that I don't have to do all the time, but that are very useful. The first thing is it's the consistent practice. So I'm keeping my voice in a state where at the drop of a hat, I can go and do a gig. Now, that's been a real challenge with COVID and not having as many gigs. In fact, all of us last night spoke of that very thing, that we're feeling a little bit not as match fit as we would like to be on a performance level. Like, we've all been using our instruments, but that whole thing of keeping up the energy that is required to get you through a long day of, sound check, rehearsal, and then the show, that's something that we haven't had to do for a while. And so it's taking us time to really feel like we're flying again.
Yeah, well, even thinking about that and applying it to what we're doing here on camera.
Yes.
So a lot of people have shifted their work from being in person to via digital means. So you've only got to be on from here up.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I've got to go back to work in an office full time in a couple of weeks. I'm like, oh God, I've got to put pants on.
Oh no,
and
that's
shoes,
awful.
and be energetically on from head to toe. And that's a big difference on stage as well. Not only have you got to be on your whole whole body.
Yes.
You're also connecting to an audience who's actually in front of you, which that does give you energy back. And there is a much higher expectation.
So all of a sudden your physicality is more involved than it used to be. And so to prepare for this show, I did Feb fast because it's now March, but I did all of February. I've started completely changing my diet. I did a video last week that touched on vocal health. And what I didn't mention very much in that video is that I have been struggling a little bit with some vocal issues that were as a result of some medication that I was on. And also I'm deficient in iron at the moment. So I'm going to have an infusion. And I'm not embarrassed to say all of this, because I think the more we talk about these things and the more information that's out there, the more normalized we make things, and the more we feel less alone, and we're able to reach out, talk to people, and ask questions and get more info. The whole point is you want to be the best version of you can be. And so for that concert and for the workload that's coming up for me at the minute, I changed my diet. I was exercising. I was trying to get as much sleep as possible, even not knowing that I had this iron deficiency. I only just found that out, but it really helped me prepare physically for the show so that I was not sluggish. It has to come from inside. That confidence is an inside job, and it shines like a light, and people know it when you've got it.
Thing that you were saying as well around that, the preparation and not being quite as match fit, it's if we put it on and it's false, then we'll get burnt out. Like,
if we do that too consistently.
Sustainability is it's got to come from a place of authenticity.
Absolutely.
And like you, I've had to make some lifestyle changes, and through COVID, I got lazy and having late nights and staying up, watching way too much Netflix or drinking too much wine. And I know that when I have a full load again, a full schedule again, that lifestyle audit and good hygiene around the habits that we keep is going to be able to have a big impact on sustainability and being able to
Absolutely.
fit everything in, because I want to fit
Yeah.
everything in.
Yeah, because life is for the living. You know, we want to. We only have one life that we know about. I mean,
Yes.
I believe there's more, but we really do. And
Another conversation.
that, yes, let's wait for another day. The other thing I touched on in my video last week was that we are athletes. You know, those of us who are in doing any kind of performance where we need to bring that kind of energy, whether it be singing or presenting, or whether you're a dancer or anything like that. We are athletes, and if you look at the professional athletes and how they live their lives, it's so that they can do the thing that they love the most to the best of their ability.
So I hope that's helped. Stay tuned next week. Nina and I are going to have a discussion about nerves and how she overcomes them when she's performing, when she's doing music gigs, and I'll talk more about when I'm presenting in front of the stage, and also about some key ways to prepare beforehand, because preparation also will give you the confidence to be able to present like you were made for it. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, hit the bell so you're reminded when we have new content that we're promoting. Also, check out Facebook and join our community, and sign up on our website, because we'll be launching some new courses in the next few months about performance training. And then if you haven't already, please check out some of our previous videos. Check out Nina's video on how to be heard when wearing a mask, and also check out my video on lighting tips so that you can be seen when you're doing a Zoom presentation. See you soon.